Hello there, I'm Revolver Camp, and welcome back to Map Quickie. Today we have a less common map that I get to do. This one being the world map. Because, well, I get to do these maps a lot less, because, you can only make, like, one world map. Well, technically you can make, like, a couple if you have, like, specific geographic areas you want to really get into, but, you know, that's just basically like zooming in. Anyway, as you can probably see on the screen right now, or at least what I hope you can see on the screen right now, because the software that I'm using to look back at my own video is not showing me stuff. Anyway, you probably see me outlining 3 continents right now. Basically, in this world, well, there are more than 3 continents. There's 4, and then an archipelago on the other side of the world, plus this small floating island in like the middle of the 3 big continents. I've split them up like this because, well, in the original, like this one being made right now is part of my 3rd campaign, which is a redesign of the one from the 1st campaign. In both campaigns, they serve a similar purpose. In the first one, the reason why it's all split up like that is because the players were meant to be on, like, were meant to have, like, one safe continent, like the one that they began at, and then the other 2 were supposed to be, like, more hostile. The one in the south being, like, medium difficulty, like, some of it's hostile, some of it's not, and the ones in the east being, like, absolutely totally hostile, like, sure, over there it's gonna fuck you sideways. But now in campaign 3, they basically act as separate gameplay elements. Well, or like separate story elements. Like there's the overarching plot of the story, and then like each continent would be like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And I let the players choose which continent they wanted to go to. Like which one they wanted to go to first, and then after that I'll choose which one to go to next. And basically I've separated the plot into those 3 portions, so when they get on to the next place, it'll physically symbolize like, hey, you've made it past the major roadblocks so far. Now shit's different because you're in a different place, plus the people you're fighting are doing different things, and I personally found that pretty nifty. God, I'm gonna have to think of more things to say, because this, in actuality, it took me 30, like, maybe 40 minutes to actually make this. Something like that, and then I had to times up the speed by 8, because my usual by 4 got me around 10 minutes. And for a map quickie, that ain't too quickie, ain't it? Anyway, as you could probably see on the screen, I'm filling in the continents themselves. A good thing you want for your continents is, like, have them have actual physical differences between them. You may be noticing right now that, like, the northeast and the northwest continents look very similar. There's actually an in-world reason about that. They basically were the same continent, and then they were magically split apart. But I still differentiate it by having the northeast continent have more deserts and such. Like, deserts and dry, while the other one in the west was more actual, like, vegetation. The south itself is just hot, humid, and very rocky. Alright, roughly around getting to the 4-minute mark, which means we are having the little view back of how this thing looks now. Now that I've finished it up, touched it up, basically the same thing. Good job repeating yourself, fucking dumbass. Anyway, yeah, now this is the thing I'm going to be trying to do at the end of the videos now, where I like do the beginning parts, and then after I add like all the details and such, I go back to a slower view of it. Because beforehand I used to be like, hey, look, this is the whole thing. It's me doing it quick, and then I finish the video, usually like saving the map, without like that much of an overview of it. So now I'm gonna do a bit of a show of it when I finish making the maps. Yeah. God, I got like another 20 seconds to go. All right. Oh, one of the things you could do with world maps, you could, if you're doing this on Tabletop Simulator, which is the best way to play D&D, fucking quote me, is you can like actually type in names and such and move around figurines that you can import, which I find is nifty. Fuck it, I'll end it here.